As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
Okay, so hear me out. I was bisexual my entire life, and then came out as a lesbian almost 4 years ago now. But when I realized recently, actually, all of the fucking elevation in my life that has come from decentering men in every fucking area of it, in your spiritual spaces, in your practices, in who you're getting educated by, and who you're being taught by, in community, everything. When I prioritized women and also just centered myself in women, when all the bad bitches decide what planet that they're going to after we fuck this one, invite me because I will thrive.
You serious?
Neck tat, eyebrow pierced, long nails, and a hood swag. You know she's only dealt with Pookie and Tyrone, right? Do you now see how dangerous it can be only being attracted to bad boys and how it can warp your perception? It turned her into a full lesbian femme. That's crazy. She's never seen any other type of men out there. The tech guys, the blue-collar workers. It's almost like these men don't even exist in her mind. All they know is what they like, nothing else. Let's take a look at the comment section. Oh, 0 comments. Comments are turned off by the user. I guess she didn't get the response she was looking for, most likely. Must have been the whole decenter men thing, going off on an island full of women, full of baddies, I mean. I don't think that would end too well anyways. The highest domestic violence cases are between lesbian couples. So all this decentering men to find serenity, I don't think you will achieve it. I think you gotta look in the mirror if you want to find that level of serenity. On to the next.
If you get a man drunk enough, he will tell you the truth about anything. So I need to tell you guys the truth that was admitted to me by this man who was drunk like 3 weeks ago, and we were just having a regular conversation. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it because he basically blatantly admitted that the reason why him and so many other men are jealous of women is because they feel like women can control their lust, and they feel like men are controlled by their lust.
Huh?
When he admitted that to me, I was not surprised.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So men are jealous of women because women can control their lust better? Like, who even cares about that? What man has ever said, oh, I'm so jealous because she can control her lust? Who cares? I like the way I lust.
I knew this about men, but what was surprising is what clicked in my mind after. And basically what clicked in my mind after is that religion is a lustful man's tool to control women, because women are not controlled by their lustful urges or their sexual desires. And men know this. Deep down inside, they know.
So man created religion to use it as a tool to control our lust. So there's no other reason why the religion was created, only for the lust part? She's out of it, man.
This. Whether they want to admit it or not, doesn't matter. Men realize that women can control their lust and they can't control their own lust. So what they decided to do is, in order to have a sense of control and power, they decided that it was women's fault that they're so lustful, so it's women who must be controlled. And
what the who said that? Where did you get that from? You're just making things up. You know what the problem is here? It says down here she's an ex-Muslim, religious trauma. She's just on a crusade right now to make the whole thing look bad. Everything she's saying right now should be taken with a grain of salt, because most of it, I think, is just a lie.
as someone who used to be in a religious community, in a religious family, and like heavily involved in religion, I can tell you from experience that the more religious a man is, the more lustful he is, typically. Because lustful men need the fear of God in their hearts. They need the fear of punishment. They need the fear of hell and fire in order to not be disgusting animals. They know that their lust is disgusting.
So me liking women makes me a disgusting animal. Wow, her brain is warped.
They know that their sexual urges are weird. They know this. But instead of...
So me having sexual urges is weird. It's actually weird for you to say that.
of reflecting on what they can do to be better and how to express their sexual urges in a healthy, creative way, they've decided that women are the ones to blame, and that in order
How to express my sexual urges in a healthy, creative way? What does that even mean? It's like some word salad bullshit that doesn't mean anything. Like, could you further elaborate on this healthy, creative lust that you're speaking of?
for them to avoid being controlled by their lust or by their sexual urges, they need to control women. You know, this actually makes a lot of sense when I think about my dad and my upbringing, because my dad was a very controlling, obsessive, religious freak. So I grew up thinking like, oh, he's so devoted, he loves God, this, that, until I strayed from the religion and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I saw how deeply angry he got about that. And I was like, oh, it was always about control.
It's all about control because, buddy, you're his daughter. Of course, he wants to control and help and shape your life. So he's just going to let you go get out of control? Doesn't make any sense. Of course, he's the parent. He's going to control your life up until the age of 18. How is this a mystery to you? This is news to you? She is slow.
It was never about you actually fearing God. It was about you fearing loss of control. So using this concept of God, of a male God that's in the sky watching my every move, trying to plant a man in my head permanently to observe my actions and judge me, gave you a sense of control. Me rejecting that and deciding that actually I don't need this invisible man's point of view in my head nonstop in order for me to be a good person, when I realized that about myself, it scared the shit out of him.
Yo, as soon as she gave up the religion, she became a bad person. Look how she's speaking. She brought up her father and disparaged the man. Is that what good people do? Damn.
And it scares the shit out of most of them, which is why the first thing men do when women liberate themselves is take away women's rights. Is try to get them married off because of some religion or some man or some this or some that. It always comes down to women's lives being limited and restricted in order for men to feel some sort of sense of control. I genuinely don't know what it's going to take for these guys to realize that they do have control. The control is just over themselves, not anybody else. You have no control over any other man or woman on this planet, period.
Is she living in reality? The government tells her what to do all the time. Does she not know people control her lives? She thinks she's just totally free. Man, she knows nothing.
You can control yourself though, but that's not enough for them because they don't actually want to control themselves. They don't actually want to take accountability. They don't actually want to improve. They don't even want to understand themselves. They want everybody around them to cater to them and their desires and their needs. So
doesn't that sound like women? She sounds like she's projecting. She says they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to growth. They want to make other people do for them all day without, like, everything she just described is the modern woman. What in the hell is she talking about?
So that they can feel a little powerful, so that they can feel like they have some sort of control over something, instead of just controlling themselves and being better. And I think that's really sad and really pathetic. If you get a man...
So my God-given nature is disgusting. Me being attracted to women is a problem. So how does the world reproduce itself if my nature is not the way it is? Imagine men had the same sex drive as women. We wouldn't have made it. We wouldn't have got this far. She says men created a religion to control women because they can't control themselves. Or maybe it's just a safeguard for both men and women to protect their spirituality and modesty. Look at this woman in this video. She said she quit her religion so she can be free. Free to do what? Look at her. Show off her body. There's nothing deep about that. You rebelled against your dad, calling him a control freak, when in reality, all you did was fail him and fail God. On to the comment section. Watch Priscilla the Queenmaker. She will explain why men are the way they are and how they think and move. Please go watch. First of all, she's a lesbian. And second of all, watch her new stuff. Her new stuff, she goes in on women because she dated a woman and she started to realize everything that comes with it. Okay? They're so pathetic Sorry, I can't pretend they're worthy of respect anymore. So we're worthy of no respect and we're pathetic because we want and like women. What exactly did we do that was bad, that was wrong in the first place? So you don't like the way God designed us? Is that what you're trying to say? Have they considered, I don't know, therapy? Therapy for what? Because we like women? Because we think about women? Because we want women? Is that a crime? On to the next.
Do not, and I repeat, do not update your men.
Y'all smoking crack! Something is wrong with you people!
Oh my god, baby, I had so much fun with you today. Just letting you know I got home safely. Thank you for taking me out to dinner. Just letting you know I'm off to bed now. Good morning, baby. I just woke up. Thanks for making the dinner reservation. Just letting you know I just got here. I'm waiting at the table for you. Hey, baby, I'm having so much fun with the girls at the bar, but just letting you know I'll be home by 11 p.m. because I miss you so much. Girl, really? I know you might be thinking that this is healthy, loving way of communicating with your man, but in reality, you are the loyal golden retriever just reaffirming to him how attached, desperate, and needy you are for his approval. You do not need to update your man every step of the way. You do not owe him an explanation of where you are, when you come home, when you go to sleep, when you woken up, if you landed safely, if you arrived safely home at your doorstep after your dinner date. Why? Because he should be the one asking you. Instead of you updating him and telling him, I just arrived home safely, he should be the one asking, hello, my love, I had so much fun with you over our beautiful dinner date. Did you arrive home safely? Instead of you updating him and telling him that you're going to the airport for a girls trip, he should be the one saying, now you're heading to the airport. Can I send you an Uber or can I drive you? Like I always say, the more you do for him, the less he's gonna do for you. And don't be asking me why he isn't sending you any loving messages. Well, because he can't even. He doesn't even get the chance because you are always right there. You diffuse all the chase, the mystery, the fantasy woman, the femme fatale that you might have been in the beginning, but now this man has gotten so comfortable because you're so conveniently targeting all your needs towards him. So, in summary, ladies, if you want your man to chase you, to miss you, and send you loving messages next time you're going out to the bar, just zip it and wait for him to come your way. Next time you're going on a girls trip, don't even tell him. Next time you're going to bed, just read a book or watch your favorite TV show. Don't even check your phone. Be smart, play dumb. Do not, and I repeat.
Okay. Why in the hell would she teach women to play games like this? Why would I be upset or bored if my lady gives me updates on her whereabouts? That's exactly what I want. If I'm her protector, it would be wise for me to get constant updates of her whereabouts. She says, play smart, be dumb. But in reality, all you're doing is teaching women to show low effort and make him chase you. Why in the world do you want to be chased when we're already together? A sane man would sense your behavior and stop pursuing you. Men don't want to chase women. We don't like it. She says we like it, but we don't. We want women that show a high level of interest and that won't play immature games like this, ever. All right, let's take a look at the comment section. When he actually loves and wants you, none of these games are needed. This only works for superficial relationships. I don't even think it would work for a superficial relationship because why would I want to chase you like that? And why do you want to be pursued under manipulation in games? Doesn't make any sense. If they don't inquire, don't say anything. Just bad advice. I don't know why you're playing games. Too many rules. I just want to be loved, please. Exactly. Just be normal. Just be real. Well, why the mind games? This doesn't work. We argued last night about how I go missing for hours and don't let him know if I'm safe or not. Exactly. Like, what's the point of just going totally dark? Either he thinks that you're unsafe or you might be cheating or something. It just doesn't bring good vibes. If anything, it would make him want to detach from you. Okay? On to the next.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. Is it the media that's been leading you? I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.